Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Thursday, January 16th, 2025. I am Drew Martin, breaking down the slate of games. We got 3 college basketball games on tap for tonight. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome and helps grow the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, nationally televised, Fox Sports 1, a Big Ten matchup here. Rutgers and Nebraska. We're seeing the Cornhuskers minus 8-point home favorites, 144 being the total. This in Pinnacle Bank Arena, Lincoln, Nebraska, for 9-8 Rutgers and 12-4 Nebraska. Remember the Cornhuskers, they made the tournament, the NCAA tournament, as an 8 seed last year. That was kind of the first time I can remember, at least off the top of my head here. So starting to get something going in Lincoln on the hardwood, and this is a pretty good team. I mean, now granted, they have lost back-to-back games. They lost at Iowa, at Purdue, a tough road trip there. They also lost to Purdue by like 40 points, but I don't want to ding them too much because this is still a team 8-0 at home. They've covered 6 straight in Lincoln, so I'm looking to back them at home here. They're also a team that shoots 76% from the free throw line, so if it is a foul fest at the end, you can trust them a little bit more there. And they're up against the Rutgers team, 9-8. I mean, obviously not a good record, overall record, but they have had a tough schedule. Purdue, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Alabama, A&M. I just think it comes back, guys, to this season, college basketball. We've seen it time and time again. Home court advantage mattering a lot. And Piscataway to Lincoln here, I think it's a tough trip for Rutgers. So I think the Scarlet Knights go down. I think this ends up something, maybe 75-65, 75-60, something like that. I'd lay the 8 here with Nebraska to start us off. We're going with the Nebraska Cornhuskers, -8 over Rutgers. We got the next one up, actually 2 late night games here, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. We'll start off with the first one here, Washington State in San Diego. That's San Diego, the Toreros versus the Washington State Cougars, Jenny Craig Pavilion, San Diego, California. It's Washington State -12 and a hook, 152.5 being the total. Now, Washington State not in the Pac-12 conference anymore. Obviously, in basketball has moved to the West Coast Conference. And it's a team that's 13-5 on the season, and they're up against the San Diego team that's 4-14 this year. They're also 1-10 their last 11, so it's been a tough go of it for the Toreros. They've actually given up 90-plus points in each of their last 2 games. And look, I'm not looking to take the points with San Diego, but even more so, I like this total, guys, because, yes, 90-plus the last 2. At the last time out, they gave up 103 points to St. Mary's on 63 possessions. That's got to be one of the worst, points per possession for a defense this season in college basketball. I mean, 63 times you possess the ball in a 40-minute game and you score 103 points. If you watch St. Mary's play, it's not like they're going up and down the court. So that's pretty worrisome here for San Diego. They're kind of beat up overall, meaning injury-wise. And they're up against the Washington State team here that's gone over 70 possessions 13 times this season. They've gone over 80 possessions 3 times this season. So they're looking to go up and down the court. They're a top 20 nationally ranked team in terms of field goal percentage, so they can put the ball in the basket. Overall, guys, I mean, 152.5, this isn't a too tall of a total in today's college basketball. I think we get there. I think Washington State blows them out. I don't love laying double digits on the road, but if you wanted something sidewise here, streamable on ESPN Plus, I would go towards the Cougars, but even more so, I think Washington State flirts with 100 points, therefore 152.5. Let's go up and over Washington State and San Diego in our second matchup here. So we had one nationally televised, one streamable on ESPN Plus. The next one, kind of a degenerate special itself, streamable on ESPN Plus. But a reminder, if you could comment below, it helps out the algorithm. All is welcome. I'll be in there chiming in as well. Any questions, fire away. We'll do a question and answer here, probably on tomorrow's show. So we do have a couple of questions lined up, but anything, fire away, guys, in the comments below, your picks. Also, premium picks available, WagerTalk.com, experts page, Drew Martin. All right, we got last game up here, the nightcap for the show. It's also at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. ESPN Plus, Mott Athletic Center, San Luis Obispo, California. It's UC Davis and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. -3, -3.5. That's Cal Poly as the home favorite, 153 being the total. UC Davis comes in a game over 500, 9-8 on the year. Cal Poly just 6-12. They've had a rough go of it here, losing 5 straight games. But guys, I'm going after this total. If you watch the show, we've been hammering Cal Poly to the over. With some success, we've given some back, unfortunately, the last couple games, but we're going back to it, and we're betting them to the over. Yes, they've lost 5 straight, but they're still, they're shooting threes at a really high clip. 41% of their points come from behind the arc. They've given up defensively. See, that's why they've lost 5 straight. Their defense is just terrible. They've given up 95-plus points in 2 of their last 4 games. They're the number 1 overall tempo team in the country, also number 1 average offensive possession time. So they don't hold on to the ball very much before they shoot it or, I guess, turn it over. And that leads to just a whole lot of possessions here. So they're actually averaging 170-ish total points a game at home. For whatever reason, the home-road dichotomy, they've been able to score better at home, which I guess makes sense because in college basketball, if you shoot a lot of threes, teams that shoot a lot of threes tend to hit at a higher percentage at home. I mean, that's where they would be practicing, things of that nature. So it kind of makes sense translating it to totals. I don't remember it being this drastic, but Cal Poly is definitely checking that box. And tonight they're hosting UC Davis, a top 50 team in tempo themselves. So we're going to get a whole lot of possessions, probably flirt with 80 possessions overall in this Big West Conference matchup. And another thing here with UC Davis pointing towards the over, they get to the free throw line a bunch. 28% of their points are from the charity stripe. And then the clock stops and, it helps out a lot when teams score a lot from the free throw line. And they're actually number 1 in the country. So we get that on our side. We get 2 teams that are looking to go up and down the court. And Cal Poly, we got them circled because if you've been watching the show, we like betting them over. 153, another one that's not high enough, guys. I think if you have the opportunity to get an alt total towards the over, I haven't found many sports books. If you know of one, let me know in the comments below with alt college basketball totals. That would be fun. But UC Davis, Cal Poly, SLO, San Luis Obispo over 153. In recap, we got San Diego, Washington State. We're going over in that one, 152.5 as well. In the first game up, nationally televised, Fox Sports 1, Rutgers in Nebraska. We're on the Cornhuskers. -8. So guys, that's going to do it for the Thursday show. We'll be back on Friday. We'll have the Saturday show as well. We got NFL coming up this weekend. Always appreciate you guys chiming in the comments below, watching the videos. Please smash that like button, cash those tickets. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We'll be back tomorrow.